My name is Dolores D. Mullins, 70 years old, widow of Harlan County coal miner Harlan Al Blackjack Mullins. They said he died of black lung, the same slow killer that took his daddy, his granddaddy, and half the men in this holler. But black lung doesn't leave nitrogen in your blood, and it sure as hell doesn't forge a will. The funeral that smelled wrong. The casket was closed. Harlan hated closed caskets. Let him see the face of a man who worked honest, he'd say. But our boys, Tommy, age 42, a pharmacist, clean-shaven pill pusher smile, and Jimmy, age 38, coal hauler, grease under his nails, eyes like a cornered coon, insisted. Daddy's lungs were too bad, Mama. You don't want to remember him like that. The preacher droned about eternal rest in the arms of the Lord. I smelled formaldehyde and lies. After the burial, Widow Jenkins, 82, sharp as a switchblade, pressed something in my hand during the handshake line. A USB drive wrapped in a hymn sheet. Harlan, gimme this Sunday. Said if he don't wake up Monday. Her voice cracked like old timber. Play it alone. That night, the house was too quiet. No oxygen machine hissing. No Harlan coughing up coal dust in the sink. I plugged the drive into my 2009 Dell, the one he bought me for solitaire and church bulletins. I played the video file of my beloved husband. Harlan sat in his recliner, oxygen mask fogged, voice a gravel whisper. D, if you're watching this, I'm gone. Tommy brought papers yesterday. Said it's a new will, leaves the mineral rights to him and Jimmy. Worth $1.8 million now. That vein under Black Mountain, pure metallurgical gold. But I never signed nothing. Check the safety deposit box at First National. Real will's there. D, they've been asking for my oxygen. Jimmy swapped the tank last night. Said it was faulty. If I don't wake up, it ain't black lung. I love you, girl. Fought for us. The video froze on his face, eyes wide, scared. Harlan was never scared of nothing.
The safety deposit box. Next morning, I drove to First National Bank in my rust-flaked Chevy. Box 217, key hidden in Harlan's Bible. Psalm 23, underlined, "Yea, though I walk through the valley." Inside the box. Original will, notarized 2019. Mineral rights to D. Mullins only. Sons get house, truck, debts paid. An affidavit. Tommy Mullins pressured me to sign new will. I refused. Witnessed by Ruth Jenkins. And a USB labeled nitrogen in Sharpie. I nearly dropped it. Nitrogen? That's not oxygen. That's death gas. The first text. As I left the bank, my burner flip phone buzzed, the one Harlan used for union calls. A text from an unknown number. Don't go home. They're waiting. Meet at Blue Diamond Bridge. Midnight. Come alone. I stared at the screen. Who knew about the burner? Midnight on the bridge. The Cumberland River ran black under the moon. Fog curled like cigarette smoke. A figure stepped from the shadows. Earl, Squirrel Napier, Harlan's old foreman. Black lung had eaten half his lungs, but not his eyes. Harlan hired me 3 weeks ago. Said his boys were acting strange. I've been watching. He handed me a micro SD card. Dash cam from my truck, parked outside your house. Look at 2:14 a.m., October 15th. The dash cam footage. Grainy night vision. Tommy's white F-150 pulls up. He and Jimmy carry a green tank labeled N2 nitrogen into the house. 5 minutes later, they leave with the old oxygen tank. Tommy's voice muffled. He'll be gone by morning. Looks like black lung flare up. Perfect. Jimmy, what about Mama? Grief will break her. We'll get power of attorney, sell the rights. Black Mountain's offer expires Friday. I vomited in the sink. The poisoned casserole. Next day, Tommy showed up with tater tot casserole, Harlan's favorite. Mama, you gotta eat, for Daddy. His smile didn't reach his eyes. I took one bite, metallic, bitter. I spat it out when he went to the bathroom, flushed the rest. Text came. Fentanyl in the cheese. Don't eat anything they bring. The pharmacy break-in. That night, I broke into Mullen's Family Drugs with Earl's bolt cutters. Found nitrogen purchase order, 3 tanks, October 10th. Forged will on Harlan's letterhead, printer smudges still fresh. And a text thread on Tommy's work iPad. Tommy to Kendra? Mama's asking questions. Up the dose tonight. Make it look like suicide. Kendra to Kami. Already got the pills. Say she couldn't live without Harlan. The trap. They came at dusk. Jimmy with a duffel bag. Tommy with a syringe. Mama, time to go to the home. Doctor says you're confused. I backed into the kitchen. Confused? Like how you confuse nitrogen for oxygen? Tommy's face went white. Jimmy lunged. I grabbed Harlan's coal pick from the wall. Thrack! Across Jimmy's knee. He screamed. Tommy raised the syringe. Bang! Earl fired a warning shot from the porch with his .38. Drop it, Tommy. State police are 2 minutes out. The arrest. Trooper Hayes cuffed them in the yard. Tommy screamed, "She's crazy! Grief made her paranoid!" Jimmy sobbed, "It was Tommy's idea. I just wanted the gambling deck gone." Kendra sang an interrogation. Tommy needed $300K for the FDA fine. Jimmy owed $50K to Knoxville Sharks. The mineral rights were the only way. Nitrogen was my idea. Pharmacy supplier discount. We swapped the tank while Harlan slept. He never woke up.
The autopsy. Dr. Patel, Louisville, ME. No acute black lung exacerbation. Blood saturated with nitrogen. Death by asphyxiation. Time of death, 3:17 a.m. Tank swap confirmed by residue mismatch. Cause of death, homicide. The trial, Pikeville Circuit Court, 6 months later. The courtroom smelled of pine cleaner and fear. I wore my wedding dress, altered black for mourning. Prosecutor Ramsey played Harlan's video. Gasps. Tommy's dashcam confession. Jimmy's breakdown on the stand. I just wanted to be free of the debt. Daddy would have understood. Defense, they are desperate men, not monsters. Verdict, first-degree murder, conspiracy, forgery. Sentence, 40 years, no parole. The aftermath. Tommy shanked in prison yard by a debtor. Payback's a bitch. Jimmy and Eddie will solitary, carving "Forgive me, Daddy" into his arm with a sharpened spoon. Kendra flipped state evidence, 15 years. I kept the mineral rights, leased them fair, $1.8 million over 10 years, built Mullen's Mine Safety Center, free training, oxygen monitors, nitrogen detectors, Black Lung Widows Fund, and Harlan's Haven, a free clinic and the old company store. The garden. I turned the backyard into a wildflower meadow. Every Sunday, I take Kentucky bluegrass and lilacs to his grave. The headstone reads, Harlan Blackjack Mullins. Loved honest, died betrayed. His truth outlasted their lies. The last message. 1 year later, a letter from Jimmy. Mama, I see Daddy every night. He stands at the foot of my bunk, black dust on his face, saying nothing, just staring. I can't sleep. I'm sorry. Tell him I'm sorry. I burned it in the wood stove. Some ghosts don't need forgiveness. They need justice. The new well. I rewrote mine. Everything to the mine's safety center. Nothing to blood that betrayed. Signed, witness, notarized. No forgeries this time. Peace in the holler. Tonight, I sit on the porch with Earl and a jug of peach moonshine. The crickets sing. The mountains breathe. Harlan's oxygen machine is gone, but his voice lives in every miner who breathes safe air because of what we built. Greed tried to bury him. Love dug him up. The end. Comment Black Lung if you felt every twist.